Time now for Options Corner. Joining us to take a deeper look at the chart is Rick Ducat, lead market technician. All right, Rick, what trends do you notice in the chart for Domino's?
Yes, certainly not the greatest period here for this fast casual type of restaurant here. I guess not fast casual, fast food more like would be more accurate here, but trending lower here, down 18.4%. When we look at the restaurant space in general, kind of these more casual areas here, a bit of a struggle kind of overall. I mean, the best you could say is that this group up here, McDonald's and Yum Brands and Wingstop are seeing some moderate gains. But when we look more closely at Domino's specifically here, we can see trending lower, acceleration of downside trend. Our blue trend line is still in play, but the more prevailing theme now is this white falling wedge type shape here. You can see that we did even break lower. We formed some new lows near 370 there. So that remains a point to watch to the downside. We also could see that we are testing our old lows here, 382. That remains another closer supportive area. To the upside, 393 here was a notable low point. That's around where we had some lows, and we haven't quite refilled that, retested that area just yet here in this name. So when we look forward here at our moving averages, we can see that they're all trending lower. They're continuing for the most part to diverge farther apart from each other. Earnings could very quickly provide a catalyst for a new price regime, though. So look for a potential breakout point, perhaps here based on our trend line and our teal 21-day exponential moving average for that area, right around 394 or so. When we look at our volume profile study, we can see that we are having a smaller node here, a clump of trading activity between 380 to 385 roughly. If we were to keep moving higher, the next significant node comes in right here near about 400 to 410. So that's kind of the standout area, the heaviest by far, closest to current price activity. Now, when we also look at our expected move in our standard deviation channels, we can see we're near -1 standard deviation channel. So that boundary comes in right near those old lows. So that seems like a notable confluence point to the downside to watch for potential support. Meanwhile, you can see that our April 17th expiration, 56 days out, our green box here is what we'll be focusing on, plus or minus roughly 10%. So if you were to consider an example trade here in this name, you could take all this together and kind of see that we have this lower extreme here near our standard deviation channel line here right now. So that would be a potential boundary to keep in mind. Our trade in question, -1 April 17th, 350, 340, put vertical at a $2 credit here. So a neutral to bullish trade here, looking for price to just stay above that break even, which would come in near 348, which would be our short strike minus our credit received here. So about 9.6% to the downside is our break even there. Expected move about 10%. So we would need a move at the edge of that range or beyond for this one to not work out based on our current market conditions here. Now, the max loss here, 800, 1 to 4 reward to risk here. Notice as well that this is a symbol not having the most active options volume here, so the bid-ask spreads might be kind of wonky. Be careful. Look at what things are like when the market opens up in this name to make sure it's still an attractive trade setup here. But this would be one looking to kind of bank on this notable low point that we've established here in this name to hold on going forward. It's been kind of beaten up already here. In general, we can see that during the past year, Diane.
All right. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate that. That's an example trade there for Domino.